It's Two Dudes with Attitudes, a wrestling podcast with your boy Ryan Enjoys Wrestling and MWO. And this is our WWE week of segments. We are going to do True or False and LVD, MVD for the week of August 8th of everything SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. Ryan, we back, baby. You had surgery. You recovered. Are you ready?
I am. This is not a work like Seth Rollins' injury. This is all legit. This isn't like a Karrion Kross type thing where we're going to have Two Dudes Unreal airing on Netflix where we get the behind the scenes scoop as to why we went off the air for 2 weeks. This is all, I had surgery, but I'm back. And if you like this video and you want to see other stuff like it, hit that subscribe button. Go follow us on all the social media platforms at Two Dudes with Attitudes on YouTube, Two Dudes with Attitudes on TikTok, and then go listen to us on Apple and Spotify as well.
And I have to admit, your boob job looks great. Hit the music. Let's go.
Two dudes with attitudes. Let's go. It's the two dudes and the attitudes. Ruthless, aggressively speaking. So let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton. They here to get your attention. The 5-star broadcast shit. Start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E. The two dudes with the attitudes that bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on, time to lock in. Listen to the podcast where they get it poppin'.
I kid. It was a penis reduction. It was too big.
Yeah. Now it's way too little. So
you got to go back. It's like Indiana Jones. You were in the water for too long. What is it at the end of the Indiana Jones ride? You've been in the temple of the what's the stuff that makes you younger or older or whatever? It makes you younger.
The fountain of youth. Yeah.
The fountain of youth. Yeah, you were basically in it for too long. So now you're back to a baby wiener. All right, let's get into it. We doing some true or false. You got a song for this? I forget. It's been so long.
No songs. I do have sound, but no songs.
Oh, I know you got the sound. I know you got it. I'm excited to hear it. Hopefully you have it queued up. But with that said, what we're going to do is that we're each going to ask each other two different scenarios, and we will say if they're whether true or false to our best ability. Ryan, as always, you are the gentleman, the producer, and the man with such a huge penis that you had to get it reducted. You get to go first. What do you got for me?
All right. True or false? Karrion Kross will never come back to the WWE again.
Oh, man. Whew, that is more false than me walking outside tomorrow, brother. Oh, shit. Knock on wood, by the way.
False.
That is so false. This is such a work. I need to get paid for doing it because that's how much of a work it is, my man. This is work central. And you want to know why I say this? Because number one, Triple H is so on the throttle of working everybody that he just cannot control himself. I'm even wondering if this Naomi thing's a work because all of a sudden now it was like she's injured. Oh, some random dude on the internet's like, I think she's pregnant. Where did that even come from? It's just like I just feel like Triple H is like telling every custodian, guy who prints the papers, every, secretary, like, hey, did you hear that blah, blah, blah? Tells Dave Meltzer, and it's just getting around. But the whole thing with Karrion Kross is that they were promoting the heck out of his book at the SummerSlam pre-show. He's been getting nothing but more television time than he's ever gotten. He loses to Sammy, and then all of a sudden his contract just wasn't renewed. And then the man goes on Ariel Helwani this week and talks about how bad he wants to go to WWE again. And then after that proceeds to tell Ariel Helwani all the backstage backstabbing that was done due to his contract signing. I'd have never heard of a person who's like, you know what I really want is to go back to that company. By the way, that company's a bunch of dickheads who promised me a contract and it wasn't good enough. They only gave me 24 hours. They didn't want my wife with me, so I took it and boned out because they're bad and corrupt. This is a work. Karrion Kross is going to appear at the next time he needs it, probably super, super soon. I'm telling you, right? It's too fishy. It's just, I don't understand because who would want to sign Karrion Kross now? Because Tony Khan is going to be like, bro, why would I sign you? If you don't like my contract, you're going to go on Ariel Helwani and tell the world, TNA, New Japan, wherever. Like these people are going to be like, why would we sign you? It just smells too much. There's just, if it's, you know what I mean? If it looks like a fish and smells like a fish, it must be a fish. I don't think that's the segment, but that's not the quote. But go ahead.
No, I think it's all scripted. I think this is all work. I think the fact that he even said, I want to go back to WWE. I'm going to do everything I can to get back there.
Yeah.
Like, why would Tony Khan sign you when you literally just said that?
That's another.
Why would New Japan sign you when you just said that? Why would any other company want to sign you when you're just saying you want to go back to WWE? So clearly that's going to happen. The other thing that really points to this being a work is the day that his contract expired, which was last Saturday apparently, or Sunday. He had a documentary posted on YouTube, all fired up and ready to go. And this wasn't like, a video shot on your phone, like, hey guys, my contract expired with WWE. I love y'all. I'll see you guys again soon. Be on the lookout. I'll be taking, like, it wasn't one of those. It was like an actual, very, very professionally done production, with edits and all kinds of, it looked like a WWE production for his documentary. And he had it fired up the day that his contract expired. It's all very, very fishy to me. So I completely agree. I think it's all a work, and I think he's coming back to WWE sooner rather than later, maybe after his book tour.
All right. Yeah. Well, here it is. You ready for my true or false?
Yeah.
All right. If Karrion Kross and Scarlett are coming back, will they align with Bayley and form a new dark faction that's going to take over the WWE by storm? True or false?
False.
Oh, you don't think it?
Yeah.
All right.
I like the idea. I do. I like the idea a lot, and I think it makes a lot of sense. But we already have the vision. Like, where were they going to go? Because we already have the vision on Raw and Judgment Day on Raw. So they're all those two factions are kind of running things right now. And then you have on SmackDown, you have the Wyatts who are kind of doing their thing. You have the MFTs. So we have a lot of factions at the moment. So I like the idea in theory, but we already have a dark faction in the Wyatts, and they're not doing anything with them. So I like the idea, but I just don't see it happening. I don't see where they have room for them to do this.
Okay, hear me out. I'm going to say true because it's my idea. But hear me out.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
What's Karrion Kross's gimmick, right? Dance, puppet, dance, right?
Yeah.
Bayley's promo was dark like a Karrion Kross promo, and she was conflicted. What happens when you're conflicted? That's right. You can be treated like a puppet because you don't know which way to go. Scarlett's only in the picture because, she's with Karrion. It's not like she wrestles or anything. She's just a side girl. What if their faction is Karrion Kross, who that's his gimmick, is going to control Bayley into becoming the world champion again and getting in her head because that's what he's been doing. And he's going to control her, which will lead to him getting bigger and better spots as well. They're going to help each other. So maybe they won't be a faction. Scarlett's just there, right? It's not like she out there banging. She's just out there banging, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I say that's where I'm going with. I'm just saying it just feels like, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying, well, I said it was true, but I'm just saying it feels like it. Feels like it.
I'm going to change my answer.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, I convinced you.
Because
dance.
now that they don't have to be a faction, I can see a scenario where that's what he's doing. He's trying to manipulate Bayley. That's what he was doing with Sami Zayn. He was trying to manipulate Sami, get Sami to turn. Sami wouldn't do it. But maybe Bayley actually takes his bait and turns and follows.
Sami wasn't weak.
And it's a good way to bring him back into the fold. It's a good way, if they're going to bring him back, and if this is all a work like we think it is, I think this is an area where it makes sense to bring him into, and I think it could help expose Scarlett a little bit more, and I think it could keep Karrion Kross doing bigger and better things, like you said. So I like the idea now, but as a faction, not so much, but more like manipulating Bayley, 100%.
Yeah, there it goes. All right. Once I convinced you, puppet.
Yeah, I like
All right, what's the next one? Hit me.
All right. So let's assume that Naomi's injury is completely real and legit. So true or false? If her injury is legit, Liv Morgan will return at Clash in Paris to fight Stephanie Vaquer for the women's world title.
So they're going to vacate it?
Yeah.
No Rhea. Liv. Depends on if Liv is ready. Stephanie and Liv. All right, we'll say true.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
I'm going to go with false in the fact that Naomi ain't getting stripped of this title, because if she would have, they would have stripped her of it already. There's one thing Triple H and Vince love to do was take those damn titles. I think this is more like a Dominic situation where something happened and it's not that. And if she was pregnant, they would have stripped it. They would have just had her. There was no point, unless she wasn't ready to tell the world yet. But either way, then they would have just said she has a fake injury. They don't care about lying anymore. So yeah, but if she did, Liv and Stephanie Vaquer, that would be dope, but I don't like my odds for Liv Morgan. I think Liv needs the title again. I think she's one of the best champions WWE has. Stephanie Vaquer, though, if she goes up against Stephanie, Stephanie's probably going to win that title match. But I like it. I think they're the two next up, I think, because I don't think Rhea's going to be going forward anytime soon.
Yeah, I think it's true, too.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
I think like you said, I think Liv Morgan would probably take the L, but I think if you're going to lose Naomi, then you get an addition. You get addition by subtraction in a way, because you bring back Liv Morgan, who's just coming back from an injury herself. So I think she could fill that gap. That she was she was the top heel before she went out. Naomi was the top heel when Liv Morgan went out. So you can bring Liv Morgan back. She becomes the top heel in the on the Raw Women's division again, against the big babyface, the up and coming babyface, and Stephanie Vaquer. It's a great way to build a rivalry. It's a great way to add some tension to the Judgment Day, because if she doesn't win, and Dirty Dom has all the titles now, especially if he wins the Triple Mania thing, and now Finn and JD have the tag team titles. That could add some tension to the Judgment Day. So I think it makes sense. I think they need to bring Liv back if this injury is legit.
Yeah, if Naomi is stripped of her title, man, I'm gonna be so mad. She was having a legendary run right now. This is like a generational run of her heel and oh my God, what a sad moment if it happens. Yeah. So hopefully not. Hopefully not. All right, my last one. I already kind of alluded at it earlier, but I want to get your actual take. Drew McIntyre losing at Clash. Does that hurt him? And when I say hurt him, I mean fans are fickle. Fans turn. Writers turn. If he loses, are the writers going to say, what the hell do we have with this guy anymore? And are the fans going to be like, what Drew can come out and run his mouth, but all he does is lose. So what's the point of him? Is this a lose-lose situation for Drew McIntyre at Clash of basically this match in general? True or false?
It's true. It's damn true.
I think so. Unless, like I said before, they make it a CM Punk, Drew McIntyre feud with Cody Rhodes, where they try to replicate that, and it goes on for a long period of time, and it's not just a thing that happens at Clash. But think about this, man. He lost at Clash at the Castle to Roman Reigns because of Sony Sikoa.
Yeah.
Then he lost at Clash at the Castle last year because of CM Punk. And now he's going to lose at Clash in Paris to Cody Rhodes. So they keep putting him in the main event of these European PLEs just to have him lose. And I think sooner or later, crowds are going to get tired of it. And, this guy's the best heel. He's the MVP of the WWE. He's the best promo they have. He's the best promo going. He's the best act that they have. He's damn good in the ring. And he's so undervalued and underappreciated, because I think he should beat Cody Rhodes and have a run with the championship and maybe he cheats to win it. But obviously Cody's not dropping the title in his first defense. It wouldn't have made any sense. They would have just had Drew McIntyre beat John Cena himself. I'm going to say true, because I think fans are going to start, unless they do the CM Punk route where it's a long drawn out feud. I can see fans starting to sour on Drew McIntyre a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, it's 100% true. This is lose-lose for him.
True. It's damn true.
Because he's not going to win. But here's the thing. I like your point of that he's got helped to lose the last two times. So who cost him this time? He has to go 3 for 3 at Clash. He can't he can just lose clean. Who's going to cost them? Who's going to cost them?
I don't know. Maybe Randy Orton, maybe Jelly Roll. I don't know. Maybe.
I think Randy's a better bet, but if it's Jelly Roll.
Maybe Randy Orton, and then that could set up the Randy Orton Cody Rhodes feud in the future. That I didn't need your help. I had Drew McIntyre hand. Maybe that's where we get to. I don't know, but even then, I still don't like the fact that it's Drew taking another loss.
Yeah, well, get used to it. It's happening in a week.
Unfortunate.
All right, that's our true or false. And now it's time for our favorite segment of the week. This is where we are going to give our LVD and MVD of the week at WWE for August 8th, 2025. And that is our LVD is our least valuable and our MVD is our most valuable dude or dudettes. Doesn't mean we hate or love these people. It just means they were the least or best booked of this week. Ryan, as always, you get to start off and you get to give us our first LVD of the week.
This one it was hard to find somebody, but then I started thinking about it, and the more I thought about it, the more things pissed me off. So I'm going to give it to none other than one chief content officer of WWE, Triple H. And the reason why I'm going...
Oh, okay, IWC. All right, let's see.
The reason why I'm going Triple H is he fumbled the John Cena heel turn and just ended it abruptly. And then he brought back Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. But then he didn't follow up with the Brock Lesnar thing on SmackDown. Instead, we get Logan Paul and John Cena at Clash in Paris, which I think is going to be a great match. Don't get me wrong, but you didn't follow up with the Brock Lesnar thing. And not only did you squander the John Cena heel turn by ending it on a random episode of SmackDown, but you also ruined the R-Truth thing. You ruined the New Day thing. You ruined so many other groups and factions and people. And now you're having Drew McIntyre potentially taking another loss to Cody Rhodes in a title match that Drew McIntyre looked strong at the end of SmackDown, which was great, but he's not going to win. And then I just think that, and then if this Karrion Kross stuff is true, and let's just say it's not scripted and it's not a work and it is all legit, you just let one of the best talents that you had, one of the most over talents that you had, walk out of the building and leave the company, squandered that opportunity. You weren't using him properly anyway when he was on TV, and you let him go just like that when the crowd loves the guy. It's just, I don't know. I got to give it to Triple H this week, unfortunately.
I mean, I'm not surprised you're an AEW nut hugger. So that makes sense.
Of course, yeah.
I'll see.
Tony Khan's my MVD in AEW, so just
is he? Oh, I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait. Maybe do we have a guest appearance too by Light Skin Ginger later on in Suplex Media? Okay, so that's a good choice. I get it. I understand. I'm close to you on my LVD. My LVD is none other than one John Cena for the same reasons, man. Last SmackDown, he just walked up onto the stage and was like, "You made me force my signature. I see my ways. I'm now a good guy." And everybody was like, "Yo, okay." And then at SummerSlam, he was, "I am a good guy." And then supposedly he handpicked Brock Lesnar and then denied it after the fact, which why the hell would they lie about that? I don't get it. Maybe they were trying to dodge their own selves for bringing him in, but John Cena.
The press conferences too.
Yeah. Oh, weird, huh? Yeah. They didn't do anything wrong. And Brock Lesnar is such a good guy, but yet they skipped the press conference. Yeah. Okay. That doesn't seem fishy, but then Brock Lesnar doesn't even show up. So the handpicked guy you get doesn't even show up afterwards. And then you just get thrown into a match with Logan Paul. And it was not a good week for John. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Like I said, and now all of a sudden too, he was like Cheeseball City. He was just right back to, hey, I love you guys. What's up? It's John Cena.
Yeah.
Kiss some babies. Dun, 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 dun. You can't see me, guys. Yay. He just was like, so like, I was like, gosh, this was,
and
it wasn't
his promo was way over the top. Like,
it was,
you guys are going to forget all about me and forget that I was ever, it was just, no, like, stop. Like, come on, knock it off.
No, he takes my L for sure. Like, dude, what a waste of time for having probably the worst heel turn of a main star in the history of professional wrestling. It was disgusting. So, and like I said, I think it hurt his legacy. That's just my opinion. This was his last year. Imagine all the magic they could have done for the past 5 months if they would have kept him a babyface and not put a title on him. Maybe he won the, I don't know, Intercontinental Championship and became the he deserves. But instead, let's turn him heel and just give him a belt, and then let's all blame The Rock for it. So.
Yeah. No, The Rock took some unnecessary strays in that whole thing, but
did it for The Rock. All right, but anyway, good
pick on John Cena being LVD. I mean, it's
definitely
close to the Triple H.
Definitely. Yeah, basically the same. All right, who's your MVD of the week? And on a positive.
Yeah, this one was hard, but I'm going to give it to Big Bronson Reed. I think that He really solidified himself this weekend. He didn't really say anything when he was out there with Braun Breaker. He didn't really have to. He looked great in the tag match at the end of Raw, but that promo that he did really solidified him as a credible threat, not only in the Vision and moving forward, but a credible threat to Roman Reigns at Clash in Paris. Calling himself the Tribal Thief, telling people to acknowledge him, ending it with Tsunami, just everything about Bronson Reed. He even explained that he attacked Seth Rollins to make a name for himself way back a couple of months ago, and that's how Seth Rollins earned his respect, and that's how he became a member of the Vision, and it's been the best thing that's ever happened to him. It's just great stuff from Bronson Reed. I think he deserves it, and I think he should win the match at Clash in Paris or whenever the heck they wrestle. And I think that he really solidified himself. You said earlier he was the sidekick of a sidekick, and I think he's no longer that. He's definitely a B. He's definitely a B player to Seth Rollins' A player. Before he was a C or D player, but now he's really elevated himself up. And I think a win over Roman would really elevate the rest of the Vision as well.
It just shows. Good choice. By the way, mine is also Bronson Reed, so we'll just continue.
Nice.
And also my MVD. It just shows, right? You start off with tsunamis, and you do it to Seth Rollins, and you do it so many times, and that gets you over. And then you kind of fickle down a little bit. And then how do you keep getting them over? Oh, by saying that like you beat the shit out of someone so bad that they had to join you because they were afraid of you. And then you start taking a man's shoes, and then you cut a damn promo like that. This is how you become a star. It's so simple. And people just try so hard and think so hard when it comes to pro wrestling sometimes with these people to get wrestlers over and so on. But sometimes it's just the simple things that will get you there. And Bronson Reed's proof of that. But you need more than that, right? Like they say, it's easy to get on top. It's hard to stay up there, right? And so when you win a belt, it's hard to stay the champion. You win a Super Bowl, it's hard to win again, right? It's like, so for him to get there, sure. But now with this promo that he cut, and then if he beats Roman Reigns, dude, it's all done, dude. So that's a star right now. So yeah, I love it. You might jump Braun. So if you can get a win over Roman Reigns, dude, he might get a little bit jumping over him. I like that they call him the Brawns too. I'm like starting to really dig that name. I'm glad WWE realized they put two people together who have the same name.
That was a good line from Punk. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to call him the Brawns. But all right, there you have it. That was our True or False segment, our LVD and MVD of the week of WWE August 8, 2025. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, we're glad you came back. We're glad we took 2 weeks off. We needed that. We had some things going on, but we are back, baby, in full force. And thank you for tuning in. As always, subscribe, follow, hit those comments, get those likes going. Tell people about us. We're doing the best we can, and we'd like to get even bigger than we already are. And as always, if you just want to help me out all by my lonesome, you can catch me at my_wrestling_opinion on all your social media. And with me, as always, is
Ryan Enjoys Wrestling on all the social media platforms. Go follow me there. Go follow us on TikTok at 2 Dudes with Attitudes. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel, also at 2 Dudes with Attitudes. On Instagram at 2 Dudes with Attitudes Podcast. And on X at 2 Dudes PC, where I'm pretty active over there, arguing with people and fact checking people pretty regularly. And then if you're listening to us on Apple and Spotify, we are in the top 10% of all listened to wrestling podcasts. So we appreciate everyone's love and support there. Keep on subscribing, keep on following, keep on rating, keep on reviewing. Tell everyone about the 2 Dudes with Attitudes. Help us grow, and tell everyone about your favorite 2 dudes on the internet.
2 Dudes Wolfpack. We out.
2 dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the 2 dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. The 5-star broadcast shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all Lee. The 2 dudes with the attitudes to bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on time to